Well, to shed more light on projects in Egypt inaugurated by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, and especially the infrastructure, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Dr. Hisham Arafat, former Minister of Transportation. Good afternoon, Dr. Arafat.
Hello, good afternoon.
Well, Dr. Arafat, now President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is giving very good care for Upper Egypt, and actually this week the President is inaugurating mega and national projects in Upper Egypt. But could you shed more light on the infrastructure and the most important accesses that the President have inaugurated in Upper Egypt this week?
First of all, thank you a lot for having me with you.
It's our honor. It's my honor, of course.
Also, yesterday it was a very special day in our history. So it's not in the history of Upper Egypt only, but it's the history of whole Egypt, because it was the harvest time of a lot of efforts that have been exerted since 2013. When you speak about Upper Egypt, for example, we have to speak about a lack of interconnectivity between the West and the East. We have said since more than 50 years or 60 years that Egypt was suffering from congestion, and that Egypt is living, most of the Egyptians are living on not more than 5 to 6% of the whole land. Am I right?
Yes, of course.
Then what we have did since more than 60 years in order to resolve this dilemma. We have done a lot, really, but what we have done in the last 60 years was not commensurating with the growth of the country, was not commensurating with the economical growth of the country.
Yes.
And as well as the population,
Yes.
So all what had been done in the last 60 years was not conform with the pace of growth.
Yes.
Now, since 2014, the government have put a very intensive plan that had been put from a lot of researchers, and most of them are professors in the universities, and this had been integrated with former studies. I am speaking about the transportation. For example, there was a study that had been launched by JICA. It was in 2012. The JICA, which is the Japanese International Cooperation Agency. The study, the master plan of transportation, was called MINIS, which is MISR, International National Transportation System. This is what the abbreviation of MINIS. This had been launched in 2012. It concerns about every aspect in transportation and links the transportation needs with the demand needs of the industry, the demand needs of the urban communities, the demand needs of agriculture, and in every aspect of our activities that have been concerned with have been taken into account in this study.
Yes.
But there was a lack of resources, and there was a lack of resolution and will in order to fulfill all this study.
Yes.
Since this, the launching of this study, a lot of changes, alterations have been occurred in Egypt after the revolution, of course. So this dictated the update, sort of updating this study in order to relate or to correlate the demand with the supply. So this have been started from 2015, actually, and the plan, the master plan of the transportation have been scrutiny prepared, and they have started the execution.
Yes. Yes.
So one of the most vital axes in this study was the performance of cross-lateral axes over the River Nile in order to connect the east and the west.
Yes.
At an interval not more than 25 kilometers. This was inaugurated yesterday about 5 axes out of the planned 22 axes up to 2030.
Yes. So, Dr. Arafat, now how would these roads or accesses would save time and save effort, and also, as we all know, that many of Upper Egypt citizens work in Cairo or in Alexandria or in other governorates. How would this help citizens to go from one place to another?
Okay, when we speak about such prodigious and prestigious projects like the highway that have been inaugurated yesterday and the bridge axes, we didn't speak about only the travel of people. You have to take the logistics at large. When you speak about the logistics, you have to speak about the people, you speak about trade, you speak about exporting and importing. Okay? So, of course, this collateral axis or the lateral axis that have been inaugurated yesterday, it will facilitate the interconnectivity and will facilitate performing and constructing new industrial zones in the desert. Like you have seen yesterday. Yesterday, His Excellency, Minister of Industry and Trade, have inaugurated sort of establishments, industrial establishments, if you remember. This establishment needs robust lateral access or robust interconnectivity with the main national roads in order to facilitate exporting the goods and importing the raw materials to the industrial zone. So this is one of the most important parameters that has to be considered in the economical deal of this lateral axis, of this axis.
Yes.
Secondly, it will promote, of course, the job opportunities, because we have a lot of Egypt has a wealth called trained, skilled laborers.
Yes.
So we need a lot of job opportunities. Have been hinted by His Excellency President Sisi yesterday.
Yes.
He said that a lot of projects, the main around performing this lot of projects is to create a lot of job opportunities. So this is one of the second aspect of the benefits of this strategic agile projects. Third one, of course, the third one is to facilitate the construction of new urban communities away from the green area or the cultivated area. So the problem of how to stop building on the green areas is to create new communities in the desert, in the backyard of this green area.
Yes.
So this cannot be facilitated without this vital access.
Yes, I thank you very much for your valuable information. I really had the honor to have this phone with you, Dr. Hisham Arafat, former Minister of Transportation. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cairo Local Time. I'm Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.